UFC 316 is this weekend, and I want to give you my PrizePicks entry as quickly as possible. If you don't know what PrizePicks is, it's daily fantasy. You come in here, you say more or less than any of the numbers you see on the screen, and you can make some very real money. They'll even give you free money to play. The only thing you need to do is go to wewantpicks.com/prizepicks, use promo code WWP, and you instantly qualify for the free money. From there, you build yourself an entry. I'm going to give you an entry right now, but you build yourself an entry, you throw $5 at it, and they will give you $50 instantly that you can use on anything you want. My recommendation is always build yourself a nice, easy, safe $5 entry. You build that and you're good to go. Then you have $50 of their money that you can play around with. We're going to focus on UFC 316, but you can see across the top here, it's every sport you can imagine, including video games, which doesn't qualify as an actual sport. WeWantPicks.com/prizepicks, promo code WWP. We've actually been slaying our PrizePicks entries. We've been crushing our PrizePicks entries. We've been killing our PrizePicks entries. And that's because on the website, we have a new tool called the Event Simulator. And while this tool has been here for a little bit, we added some enhancements. Now the Event Simulator does far more than just simulate fights. It gives you the details of those simulations. So, for example, I just went to the website. I went to WeWantPicks.com. In the menu, I went to Event Simulator, and then I clicked Run Simulator. What that did was it ran the simulation 100,000 times. So it took every fighter on this card. It ran those fights, bringing in historical information, and then it gave us those outputs. Now I can use the detail behind the outputs to build myself a PrizePicks entry, and that's what we've been doing. That's why we've been so successful lately. So for example, if we come back here to PrizePicks and we scroll our way down, we are on significant strikes, and we take a look at Kayla Harrison. They have Kayla Harrison's significant strike line at 68.5. If we go back to the Event Simulator, under fighter, I'll select Kayla Harrison, and then under plot type, I have a whole bunch of options. You can't see them because of the way screen share works, but I have DraftKings fantasy points, FanDuel points, Underdog fantasy points, PrizePicks fantasy points, strikes, takedowns, significant strikes. So let's look at significant strikes. So what you're looking at now is a chart, and this chart is showing you of the 100,000 simulations that this program ran, Kayla Harrison on average lands 48 significant strikes. And that includes the wins in the red or in the green, the losses in the red, the total distribution in the blue, and let's work our line all the way over to 68.5 because that's the PrizePicks line. And we'll get it as close as we can. And this is saying at 68.5 significant strikes, 71.77% of the time, she lands fewer than that. So in 100,000 simulations, in 72,000 of them, she doesn't get to this number, which tells me we're going to hammer the less here. We're expecting Kayla Harrison to get nowhere near this number, so let's go ahead and hit the less. And I tend to agree with that. Even though this is a 25-minute fight, Kayla is either going to boring grapple her way to a win or find a finish. And in both of those scenarios, she's not landing a ton of strikes. She is not going to stand toe-to-toe just swinging wild. Juliana Pena will come in wild and then likely get tossed. Or somehow Kayla Harrison gasses and the fight goes weird. But either way, myself, the simulator, all feel that the less on the 68.5 significant strike line is a solid line. If you look at the rest of these lines, there's a couple of weird ones in here. We have Jekka Sargai at 19.5. That's such a low number. The problem is he hits like a freight train, but he also kind of sucks. So he could find the knockout in his first 5 punches or get absolutely smoked by you before he can land 20. So we're going to leave those alone. I don't love the lady fights either with Ariana Silva or Wang Kong. I butchered that. How I butchered a name that has 4 letters in the front and 4 letters in the back is beyond me. Patchy makes UFC debut. We got to see a little more before we can jump on this. What I do like is the more on Yanal Ashmouz's line. The reality is he's a durable guy. The bookies and most people do not expect this fight to go the distance. I do think it goes the distance or gets close to it because Yanal is very durable. Quillan is also very hittable. So we have a durable guy who's going to come out swinging, fighting the guy that gets hit pretty often. So I think Yanal is going to land a ton of strikes in this fight, and he certainly will get past this 36.5. If we move over to fight time, there's a couple of lines here that are interesting. We have the Joe Pyfer 12.75. I think the more there is solid. Because while Joe hits very, very hard, his opponent, Kelvin Gastelum, has a head made out of a fire hydrant. There's no knocking Kelvin Gastelum out. And eventually that happened, right? He's not going to be invincible forever. But for now, in the past, and for the foreseeable future, whether Kelvin wins or loses, you can hit that dude in the head with a baseball bat and he will be totally fine. So I imagine this fight goes the distance. I don't see Joe getting a submission, and I don't see Joe knocking out Kelvin. So Kelvin, to survive, probably a pretty safe bet here. So I think we get past the 12.75 fight minute mark. I'm not going to touch Azamat Murzakanov. I'm not going to touch Kevin Holland. You never know what you're going to get with a Kevin Holland fight. And I'm not going to touch the heavyweights because heavyweights are sloppy as shit. If we do go over to takedowns, the line that I absolutely love here is the more on Merab Dvalishvili. This is a rematch. This is a rematch. We saw this fight already. He got past this number the first time. And now we're just running the same fight back. He got more takedowns on Sean the first time they fought. He got more takedowns on Umar when he fought him. He's gotten more takedowns on basically everybody. This 5.5 takedown line is essentially his average number of takedowns across his career, and his career includes 3-round fights, not just 5. So I think we're good there. I already have this entry built, so let's go ahead and look at my lineup here that we already built. We have the more on Yanal's strike line, the more on Joe Pyfer's fight minutes, the more on Merab's takedown line, and the less on Kayla Harrison's significant strike line. Guys, that's my entry. This is the entry that we have built. We used, in part, the event simulator to help us with the Kayla Harrison line, and we also used our big boy brains. The most important part here is get the free money. Get the free money. If you get your free money and you want to tail this, great. If you get the free money and you don't, that's fine. You still have free money. WeWantPicks.com/PrizePicks, promo code WWP. If you want to unlock the event simulator, not just for PrizePicks, but also Underdog and DraftKings, your favorite sports book and sports betting, it is available on the website right now. Just go to WeWantPicks.com. If you're a member, great. You have access to it. If you're not a member, $10 unlocks everything. No tiers, no bullshit, no upsell. $10, every single thing available on the website, instantly unlocked for you. Everything you need is at WeWantPicks.com.